box office review for the 17th of January. It was a holiday weekend, Martin Luther King weekend. So we had two big movies come out. This weekend that we had, 3-day weekend, 4-day box office review. This coming weekend isn't going to be as strong, to be honest. We'll get to the two big movies coming out this weekend here in a second. But before we do, we got to go over last week. So Bad Boys, that we both said that was going to go over. Like it was predicted at like 32, and at first you were like 32 for like just the normal weekend. Then I'm like, holiday weekend. Yeah. You're like, oh, okay. So we both said over. Yeah. Do you want to take a guess at what it did?
49.
62.
Holy shit. Good job, Bad Boys. Props to you.
The franchise is not dead. I am sure they'll be making another one after this. Yeah, come on.
I'm happy for the success, but I don't like how they're like, we can milk that some more.
Will Smith and Martin Lawrence both needed that. Come on. Yeah. Will Smith only had $1 billion movie last year with Aladdin. That's it, and then he had some bombs.
Oh yeah, only $1 billion movie. Yeah, he definitely needed it.
Just one. He needed it. He needs another box office. I know.
I can't wait till you have kids. You learn the difference between need and want. Have fun.
I know. So that was pretty impressive. Everybody expected it to do over. That everybody was like, those numbers are kind of low for a holiday weekend. So to see it pretty much double was impressive.
Yeah, very much so.
Doolittle was predicted at 22. You want to take a guess at what it came in at?
If it was predicted 22, I'm going to say 12.
What? on a holiday weekend?
I heard it was trash. I heard it was like, I haven't heard people talking good about it at all. But go ahead.
So we both predicted under. It did 21.8. So it did just under. So we were both right.
All right.
So we both got 2 for 2. So then we did, because we guessed the same. So we knew we were going to tie no matter what. Yeah. So we did just do for fun our top
for fun.
3.
You just said for fun.
I was going to leave that up to you. If you don't want to have homework every single week, we can do for fun. So we have like a winner, but it's like an asterisk next to it. Like I won this week, but
it doesn't
I only won. Yeah, you don't get homework, but I still win.
But you can still brag about it.
Yes, it still goes in a check column.
Fuck it. Go ahead.
All right, so we guessed our top 3 movies. You had 1917, Bad Boys, and Star Wars. And I had Bad Boys, 1917, and Star Wars. Bad Boys, 1917, Doolittle.
Star Wars dropped that hard? Oh, by the way,
Star Wars dropped number 5.
Congratulations to The Phantom Menace for no longer being the lowest ranked Star Wars of all time.
Nice. Yeah, so Bad Boys came in, like we said, at 62 over the holiday weekend. Get this. In 1917's 4th week, it did 21.9. In Doolittle's first week, it did 21.8.
Wow. Well, I'll be honest with you, since this is just kind of a weekend review of our box office. Just a side note, I watched 1917 this weekend.
You're going to have to give us a non-spoiler review in a separate video, to be honest.
Fucking great. Recommend to anybody. Phenomenal.
All right, we'll do a separate video so you can give me a non-spoiler review.
I want to talk about it, yeah.
All right, so I win this week, except with an asterisk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure those check marks and have asterisks.
I count it for the year in Kayla column for the year for 2020, but you don't have homework.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Okay. So coming out this week, there's a couple of small movies, like the Color Out of Space, a Nicolas Cage small movie coming out. They're re-releasing Cats again this week.
With their updated...
I guess. Yeah. But the 2 big ones that are coming out are The Gentleman, which we did do a trailer reaction to, and The Turning, which is that horror movie with a little girl that we did a trailer reaction to as well.
Okay.
And the kid from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You remember?
No, but go ahead.
Oh, it was where the nanny comes in and the mom.
Oh,
yeah.
What was The Gentleman then?
The Gentleman was with, I want to say, Matthew McConaughey. like
Okay,
British drug.
Yeah,
The
gotcha.
Guy Ritchie movie.
It had a little
Um,
bit of a feeling of Snatch, if I recall.
yes,
Okay,
yes, it did.
gotcha.
It did.
Okay.
So predictions are The Turning, the horror movie, is actually going to do 12 million, and The Gentleman is going to do 11 million.
I'll say The Gentleman over,
That's what I was going to say was over for The Gentleman.
and you go first in the second.
I'm going to say over as well.
I'll say under.
All right, so then we don't need to
There you
do
go.
a,
I'll do
a
it.
tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Just cause. So you have an excuse.
I have a feeling it's
if
gonna be
you
over as well, but yeah.
No. If you have a feeling, you gotta mark it down.
No,
Like,
I'll stay under.
all right, we'll see what happens. But that's all that's coming out this week. I don't think the top is going to change too much.
No.
I will say, with the top box office, you still have, what's interesting is you still have in its ninth week, Frozen is still in the top 10. In its eighth week, Knives Out is still in the top 10. And then in its sixth week, Jumanji is still in the top 10 and top 5 actually.
Gotcha.
So like I feel like we're still in the box office
Holiday
for
season.
the holidays.
Yeah.
Yes. Like we haven't hit a big weekend yet that is like now we can get rid of the holiday movies. I feel like
we haven't officially started 2020. I gotcha.
Yeah. I feel like we don't do that until like February.
Cool.
Maybe even March, but so those are that's our box office review as well as our box office predictions for this coming weekend, the 24th. If you are going to the movie theater, what are you going to see? If you're not going to the movie theater, like I'm not going to the movies this weekend, I'm going to be staying home and binge watching the third season of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Just saying.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. You should watch it.
Just saying.
Just saying.